Well, howdy there, kids. Welcome to my barn. I'm so glad that you guys decided to join me today. We're gonna have a whole lot of fun here in a Bible story, kind of about this barn back here. Yep, you just have to wait and see what it's all about. But before we have our Bible story, I think we should see what's happening there in that high school and see if they're gonna sing some more songs. You wanna watch with me? Let's go ahead and watch.
Hello again, Diana Muncie here. You must be wondering why there's a giant egg in the hall. Well, it's because it's Reese Egg Week here at Reese Egg, the school's week-long tribute to the egg. Everyone joins in the festivities. All the meals in the cafeteria will be egg-themed. Egg drop soup, egg rolls, eggs Benedict, you name it. Coach Piccolo will be teaching competitive egg tossing after school. And this morning in home economics, Miss Bambini gave us a very special assignment. Flashback.
Hello, class. Settle down now. As you know, it's Reese Egg Week here at Reese Egg. And for your assignment, each of you will be given a half-dozen eggs for the week. Take care of them as if you were their own mother hen. The student who returns their eggs at the end of the week in the best condition will receive these. 2 tickets to see Jake Rage and the Eyelashes at the Agletville Theater on Saturday night. So let's get cracking. Although not literally cracking, because you would fail, of course. So let's get moving.
Jake Rage and the Eyelashes. I opened for them once as Diana Indiana before either of us really made it big. Now they're huge and everyone's really excited about those tickets. You should see all the different ways people have come up with to take care of their eggs. Jerica Sharp pays a freshman to watch hers.
That's not $20 a day. That's $20 for the whole week.
Harris Dugan does, well, what he's doing. And I made little people.
Hello, my name is Egbert, and I'm Egrina. It's a pleasure to meet you. Oh no, the pleasure is all mine.
What are you doing?
Norman.
How are you?
A little on edge, actually. I've got this big history test and a paper due in English and, you know, the whole Phantom thing.
Oh, right, the Phantom of Reese Egg. Flashback.
Happy Reese Egg Week, students. It is I, the Phantom. You may not know when I will strike again. It could be today. It could be tomorrow. It could be Wednesday or Thursday. It could be Friday. You get the point. But I can promise you this. A great surprise is in store for you this week. I hope you're ready. Oh, the splashback window is stuck. Why? Okay, come on.
Yeah, and on top of that, now we have this ridiculous egg project.
Oh, right. How are you taking care of your eggs?
I'm just gonna leave them in my locker.
No, seriously.
Oh, I am serious. I'm leaving them in my locker, where no Phantom or anyone else for that matter can get to them.
Well, the assignment was to take care of the eggs like they were your own children.
Oh, I know, but I really want those tickets. I mean, don't you realize how popular I'd be if I won them? Everybody's gonna want to be my friend then, right?
I'll be your friend, Norman. I think you're extraordinary.
That's very nice of you, Egbert, but I think I'm sticking with the plan.
They're your children, Norman. You wouldn't lock your children in a locker for a week, would you?
No, but they're
Let
not
me
really.
see them.
No.
Set them
Just
free,
leave them there.
Norman. Set your children free.
I think they're fine where they are. Oh, what are you doing? No, stop! If you had left them in your locker, that wouldn't have happened.
Norman and I are not friends right now.
What? It's just an egg. just an egg.
Look at that sky. Isn't that the perfect shade of blue? Beautiful. Anyway, I'm Brian, and we're talking about living inside out, which is letting what you know on the inside show on the outside. You not only know what God says, you do what God says. I mean, it's just perfect. Look at that. You can't tell me there's a prettier shade of blue in the world. It's not possible. I mean, I just love it so much. I'm really sorry. I've been buying the same shade of sky blue crayon from the local art supply store down the street. I mean, the guy that owns the place has been there for like 50 years. And last week, I found out he's retiring and shutting the store down, which means, of course, no more of my sky blue crayons. So you know what I did? A couple of days ago, I went down to the store and I bought all the sky blue crayons he had in stock. I have a closet full of these babies and I get to keep it all for myself. No one else will have a sky as beautiful as I do. It's mine! All mine! I may have gone a little overboard. Our story today is about another man who may have cared a little too much about his stuff, and things didn't turn out so well for him. My precious... Sorry.
Thousands of people gathered together to hear Jesus preach. Someone in the crowd stepped forward and spoke to Jesus. He was having an argument with his brother over his family's property and wanted Jesus to decide who was right. But instead of choosing sides, Jesus told a story that might sound something like this if we heard it today.
What a perfect day for the harvest. Carl,
What can I do for you, Mr. Farmer?
gather the men together. It's time to bring in the harvest.
Looks like we're gonna have a good crop of grain this year.
Excellent. Stored in the barn as usual, Carl. I'll check with you throughout the day to see how you're doing.
Will do, Mr. Farmer. All right, you heard the boss. Let's get to work.
Carl! Carl!
Yes, sir, Mr. Farmer.
What is this contraption?
That's the XV100 threshing machine, sir. Top of the line equipment as you like it, Mr. Farmer.
I see. And how's the harvest going so far?
Better than expected. The barn's already half full of grain and we're not even finished with the first 100 acres.
That's good.
Oh, yes, it's very good.
Carry on, I'll check back with you later. Yep. Carl! Carl!
Yes, sir, Mr. Farmer.
What is this contraption?
It's the Winnower Plus 4000, Mr. Farmer.
Oh, I didn't know we had one of those.
Nothing but the best for you, sir.
How's the harvest going now?
The barn storerooms are almost full and we've still got a lot of grain to go.
What if we run out of room?
Well, I suppose you could share some grain with the workers. Unless you want to pile the grain all the way to the barn ceiling.
Yes, let's do that.
Do which? Share it with the...
No, pile it as high as it will go. I want to see how much grain my barn will hold.
Okay, but...
I'll check back later.
Yes, Mr. Farmer.
Carl! Carl!
Yes, sir, Mr. Farmer.
What is that noise I'm hearing now? More top-of-the-line farming equipment that I purchased?
No, sir. That's just my stomach. I'm kind of hungry. Be quiet.
How's the harvest going?
Well, it's incredible, Mr. Farmer. We filled your barn with grain all the way to the ceiling like you asked. It's practically coming out of the windows.
That's great.
And we're still not finished. There's lots of grain to go. I don't know what we'll do with all of it. There's just one bit of room left in your barn.
Do you realize what this means, Carl?
That you have enough grain to share with the workers?
No. Means that I have enough grain to last me who knows how long. I don't have to worry about food for years to come. I can eat, drink, and be merry.
Yes, sir.
I'm so delighted. Good work, Carl. Sir? Yes, Carl? The extra grain. The leftovers? Ah, right. You know what? Why don't you and the men take a break from harvesting for a while? Thank you, Mr. Farmer. We could use it. That way you'll have time to build me an even bigger barn. A bigger barn, sir? Big enough to hold all the grain. I wouldn't want to waste any of it. No, sir. Well done today, Carl. You're an excellent worker. Yeah, thanks. What a day! With all this excitement, I'm gonna sleep like a baby. Mr. Farmer? What? Who's there? You foolish man. God? This very night I will take your life away from you. Then who will get what you have prepared for yourself? No!
Jesus said, "Watch out! Be on your guard against wanting to have more and more things. Life isn't made up of how much a person has." He wanted the man who was arguing with his brother over the family property to know that being rich wasn't as important as being rich in God's eyes.
Why do we care so much about stuff? Why do we argue over it and hoard it and treat it like it's important? Do we really think how much money and stuff we have matters? What good is having stuff, even a whole barn full, if we don't have anybody to share it with? That's brainless. Listen, your stuff, your clothes, your money, your video games, your toys, your cool shoes, your iPods, your whatever, it won't last. Clothes rip. Video games go out of style, toys break. But a loving relationship with a friend or a family member can last years, maybe even your whole life. That's why I want you to remember this. Love people more than things. Don't hold so tight to your stuff that you forget the people around you. I mean, come on, what am I gonna do with a closet of blue crayons? I'm gonna have to start coloring everything blue. Birds and cars and trees. Or, I could see if any of my artist friends want to have the most beautiful sky in the world too. That's what I'll do. I'll give them away as presents. It'll work for Christmas and birthdays, and Easter, Valentine's, Arbor Day. I'll come up with my own holiday, Blue Monday, and give them away then. I'll give them away once in a blue moon. Well, the sky's the limit. And I've got millions of them.
Deftly I creep in the shadows, gentle and quiet as a lamb. There's a secret I've been hiding, and in nobody confiding. They will never find out who I am. I'm a spy. They couldn't catch me if they tried. I'm a spy. I'm incognito all the time. I've forgotten my own birthday, and my real name's classified. I'll tell you why. I'm a spy. I'm working deep undercover. I'm not your average teen, with a reflex quick as lightning, so intelligent it's frightening. I am like a fine-tuned spy machine. I'm a spy. Every day is do or die. I'm a spy. Not too much pay, but I get by. I know kung fu and karate, and I make a mean cream pie. I'll tell you why. I'm a spy. Somewhere the enemy's scheming, plots that would boggle the mind. But I guarantee I won't give up the hunt. I'm a pretty lucky guy. I'm a spy, but I'm so lonesome I could cry. There's no time for friends or fun. I've got orders to comply. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. I'm a spy. I'm a spy. I'm a spy.
But I didn't do it on purpose.
I know it was an accident, Norman, but maybe you should give Diana one of your eggs.
No, Dad, I can't do that. If I'm missing an egg, I won't get the concert tickets.
Yeah, that is quite the conundrum, son.
Right?
Norman, have I ever told you the parable of the rich fool?
It sounds
All
familiar.
right, so this guy, he has so much grain that he fills his barn all the way to the top, and he has some left over. But instead of sharing it, he decides to build an even bigger barn so he can keep it all to himself. Problem is, he dies, and he doesn't get to keep any of it.
That's it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, what's the good in that?
I don't know. Hey, but life is short, isn't it? You know? Seems like a waste of time to worry about grain when there are so many more important things to consider, you know, like concert tickets.
Right.
Anyway, hey, if you win, you take Diana and you go, oh, no, wait, you can't, because you guys are fighting. Oh, well, I'm sure you'll find another best friend who
I get your point,
you.
Dad. What are you doing?
Oh, nothing. I'm sorry, I had a point.
Yes, that my relationship with Diana is more important than concert tickets, and if I forget that, I'm gonna end up...
Like that?
Yeah, like that. I know what I have to do. Just gonna have to, just draw a little face, I don't know, and I'll find Diana and I'll just tell her.
Tell me what?
Oh, Diana.
Mr. K texted me and he said you had something to tell me. Tell me what?
Well, I just thought that I would tell you, well, what I wanted to say was, oh, whatever.
Norman!
I'm sorry about your egg, Diana. I didn't mean to break it. Here, you can have one of mine. Hello. I sure am lonely.
Well, here, little guy. I have a bunch of friends for you right here.
Hooray!
You have egg on your face, Norman.
I know. And it smells terrible. I'm sorry I overreacted, Diana. Your relationship with me is much more important than concert.
Ugh! That does smell bad.
I know, right?
I think that egg was rotten.
Oh, no. They all smell bad. Oh, it's a carton full of rotten eggs. They must have gone bad in my locker. Oh no, why didn't I put them in a cooler or something?
Well, you've only had them for one day. They couldn't have gone bad that fast. Ugh! Mine are rotten too.
You're kidding me.
They're all rotten.
What?
Every last one of them. I've been investigating all day.
But how could they have...
It must be the Phantom Surprise. Yes, he must have switched out all the good eggs with rotten ones somehow.
That's right. Your eggs are all rotten. None of you will get tickets to the concert. The Phantom strikes again. Oh, now this button is stuck. Honestly, can't I just have one maniacal moment without technical difficulties of some kind? Oh, wait, here we go.
I guess nobody...
Nope, still on. This is the intercom button, isn't it? Why won't it turn off? I'm pushing. Oh, I'll just unplug it.
Well, I guess nobody gets to go to the concert now, huh?
Norman, if you want to go to the concert, I'll get us tickets.
How?
I'm Diana, Indiana. Don't you think I know people? How do backstage passes sound?
That sounds great. Hey, do you think we could invite Harris Dugan? I mean, that guy really needs a friend.
Why not?